detailed report because we need to see what your credit utilization is. We need to see if there's anything in collections. We need to see the inquiries. We also need to see, it's just how many credit cards you have, right? And what are the limits for each one? How long has they been open for? What's your payment history? Are you paying them on time, right? And this is all that you receive from the credit report. But how to download the credit report? Go to experian.com, right? Put your username and password in. Go to sign in. Once you're there, in the homepage, go to the top menu of the bar, click on the credit, and then go to credit reports, right? Click on credit, and then scroll down to credit reports. Click on the Experian tab to open the credit report. So you're going to click on credit, go to credit reports, and then you click on Experian, right? It's going to be at the bottom. Once that opens up, you go to print your report. This is very important. This is where a lot of people make the mistake and don't do this. It's in the middle of the page. Click on credit report. Once you see the full credit report, press the following buttons on your keyboard. If you don't see, you're not going to see a save button. Hit Control P. What that's going to do is open up a page to say, hey, do you want to, what do you want to do with this destination? I don't want you to print it. I want you to save it as a PDF so that you can save it on your computer and email it to us. Okay, that's what you want to tell the client. Save it as a PDF. Everyone has the ability to do so. You hit Control P, it saves it. You do not have to print it out. I don't want you to waste paper. And please, don't print it out, right? As you can see, this report here is 27 pages. Don't print it out and then scan it and send it to me. That makes no sense. I actually had a client do that, but it's because, it's an honest mistake, right? Because someone that doesn't do this on a day-to-day or doesn't manage a computer in a day-to-day isn't going to know how to do it. But if you guide them, we provided the resources for them to learn. Save as a PDF, save it, label it, send it to me. Okay? Now that's the first option. Pull the credit report yourself, send it over to us. Second option is let us pull the credit. All we need from the client, first name, last name, home address. Only if the name is very common do we need their social security number. Majority of the time, it's a soft credit pull. But 100% of the time, it's a soft credit pull, I'm sorry. Majority of the time, we don't need the social, right? And you see, we get the personal information, which we blocked out. This is what it looks like because we have a relationship with Experian where we can pull a soft credit pull. This is what the report looks like, and this is what we look at when we go ahead and underwrite a file, right? Number one, obviously the client's name, which we blocked out here for, we don't want the client's information out there, right? The best address. It gives us 3 different addresses that he or she has lived in the past, who the employer is, and other employers that they may have. Okay? This is what we care about. Revolving balance and revolving available. The reason why we care about that is because the bank wants you to not exceed 20% of your overall credit utilization. As you can see, this client is in good standing. That's what, 12, 8, 9, 10? 12% is what they've used, right? And then they have available 88%. So this is a great client. The only thing that for us would be alarming, and we have to see what it was, is this, the fact that they were late twice in 2 different accounts. So this is something here. This will be the only thing that would be alarming here. We have to find out what this is. We have to make sure it's not current. But this is great. This is the first thing. So it passes. We check off. Revolving balance, that's not a problem, but we care about this. The next thing we care about is what's the credit score. As you can see, this is a FICO score 8. Okay? FICO score 8, 731 credit score. This is great, perfect, it passed. Now we're going to try to find this too. Right? It can be broken down to different accounts. As you can see, some of these are already closed accounts. Some of these paid zero. These are accounts that he or she may have already paid off, which is great. Boom, this is the first one. 30-day, this is one. But it was delinquent back in 2022. Okay, so this is okay. This is not bad because it has to be, the delinquency has to be at least a minimum 1 year or older. Okay, now let's go to the next one. The next one is here. This here is important, but it was back in 2021. So we're okay. This is not a problem. This won't really affect us as much. So if you can remove these, perfect. If you cannot, because it's still open, shouldn't be a problem. There's ways around that. Now, what do we do next is we look at the increase. How many increase does this client have? Perfect. Look, as you can see here, increase. This client only has two increase, one for 2025. That's okay. That's perfect. The bank does not want you to have more than 3 increase in the last 90 days. So this is great. Next thing now is we got to find the 2 cards. We have to find the 2 credit cards with a $2,500 credit limit or greater. So let's go here. And so this is, we look at this. This is the first credit card. This is actually, this is a sales financing company. So we can't count this. This is not, we won't count this because the sales financing company, even though it's a credit card, right? We are looking for, this is a lumber building. This is a variety store. Bank credit cards, here you go. Let me highlight that. Bank credit card, right there. Okay, so now what we're going to look at is, number one, how long has this card been open for? 43 months. That's perfect. We meet the criteria of a minimum 1 year. Next thing is, what is the limit? High balance, 4,182. This may be, just for if you know how to read credit, this may be a unsecured credit card, or a credit card that was unsecured then turned to secured. The reason why is because it doesn't say credit limit, it says high balance, right? But also too, you have to look at this, individual, means that this is their own card. Let's go to the next one. See, this is a tire dealership. This is a credit union, perfect. Credit limit 4,000. Sorry about that. Credit limit 4,000. Right? Credit limit $4,000. They've had it for 99 months. Perfect. Their balance is only $1,350. That's not a problem because the utilization above was overall utilization. This is the first credit card that we got. Perfect. This is good. So we need to find one more. Next one we do, all banks, non-specified. This may be a credit card or it may be a term loan. Let's see if there's one more credit card. This is only a $600 limit. This is $500. Here we go. Nope, retail, television and radio sales service. So this one should be good. All banks, non-specific. This one we would just have to ask the client, but credit limit of 7,000, 73 months, perfect. Balance is good because we saw it before. This is the second card, so we're good to go. This is what we look at when we look at a credit report. When you guys send over a client that did not provide credit, we look at, this is the report that we look at. This is how we vet the client, right? It goes through the algorithm. It already knows to pick up which credit cards are credit cards and to classify them as a credit card. Okay, so if they send you over the credit report, perfect. Make sure it comes from experian.com. It's a full report. If they do not send you a credit report, we pull it ourselves. This is what it looks like. It's a soft credit pull. We just need first name, last name, home address, and obviously the client's authorization to pull their credit, which is through the application. Okay, so remember, Live Dive is for you to come up with questions or ask us questions, or just ask us questions and get answers from professionals that do this on a day-to-day. You can do this. You've possibly been doing this for a very long time. You may be amazing at it, but sometimes 2 heads are better than 1. Get a second option. Get a different perspective. Maybe there's a different strategy. Maybe there's something that a strategy we use that you may have never thought about in order for the client to go ahead and, take the funding or put the client in a much better position. Like we said before, here we use a lot of merchant cash advance products in order to pay down the utilization so the client can become bankable, so that the utilization gets dropped down. Maybe here, a perfect example, I had a client does glass repair. His utilization is at 38%. I went ahead and gave him that 18%. So now we're waiting for it to adjust to Experian so that once it hits 20%, we can then go to traditional banks. His credit score went up from a 677 to a 699. And not all payments have posted, right? Inquiries are being removed as well. So you can always use one product to help the other to get the client to the next level. And also too, sometimes use one product as a bridge and then provide the client with the exit strategy. Once again, Live Dives, join us every other Tuesday. Live Dive, come with deals, come with questions so that we can talk about strategies and we can talk about how we can work around the problem that you're having with these clients And listen, we don't know it all, but I do think that we are very successful in what we do know. And I think that working together, we can present different options to clients. All right. Well, thank you everyone for joining us. Jose Martinez, Business Development. If you have any questions, send me over an email. jmartinez, Martinez, at lendmatecapital.com. All right. Pleasure. Everyone have a great night. Take care.